We manage thousands of digital touchpoints every day. We carry hundreds of contacts in our pockets, reacting to pings and scrolling through constant updates. But beneath this layer of noise, many people move through their social lives on autopilot. When you operate on autopilot, your social circle is defined by whoever happens to be nearby. You accept proximity-based friendships. You nod through conversations without processing them. You project a carefully curated, flawless image, ensuring no one sees the person behind the screen. This graph illustrates the digital paradox. On the outside, you see thousands of interactions and frequent pings. But look at the center. This relational vacuum is a hollow, unlinked space where deep trust should live. You can have massive reach and still exist in isolation. Relational depth is not a byproduct of time or magic. You don't find ride-or-die relationships. You build them through intentional physical choices. To bridge that vacuum, you have to treat human connection as a deliberate construction. It requires the execution of specific daily habits that most people overlook. The construction starts with your immediate surroundings. Depth is impossible if your closest circle consistently pulls from your emotional reserves without replenishing them. This is the front row audit, mapping the energy exchange of your 5 closest people. We track the directional flow of support versus emotional labor. You must identify nodes creating downward pressure, connections requiring massive upkeep or dismissing your goals. Protecting energy stabilizes the foundation. Once you see the data, you reallocate your time. You shift focus from energy sinks, investing those hours into specific people who sustain your baseline. A curated social baseline provides the stability you need. Without it, you cannot engineer the trust required for deeper connection. With the environment stabilized, we look at the mechanics of communication. How you react in a brief exchange determines if a relationship grows or stalls. The first protocol is to stop waiting for your turn to speak. Force a strict 2-second pause after someone finishes talking. That gap creates the space needed to show you're actually processing their words. Compare 2 reactions to success. Left, a passive cycle, a short "good job," killing momentum. Right, the active, constructive response. Asking specific questions keeps the story moving. This feedback loop lets the speaker relive their achievement, building trust faster than years of casual small talk. Mastering these mechanics turns a standard conversation into an engine for connection. You move from a passive listener to someone actively generating value. The final layer of the build involves removing the mask. Projecting a perfect life is the fastest way to keep others at a distance. We call this 5-yard vulnerability. Share one unpolished thought weekly. You intentionally shatter the front of perfection to show the textured, real foundation underneath. Sharing a small imperfection acts as a psychological signal. It proves the environment is safe, encouraging the other person to drop their own guard. Finally, use the 3-sentence note. Once a month, send a message detailing how someone influenced you. Make no requests, include no small talk, just the specific impact they made. Specific gratitude and targeted vulnerability are the seals holding the structure together. They transform a passing acquaintance into a permanent, unbreakable bond. This shift from social passivity to intentional design changes how you experience every room you enter. You no longer wait for trust to happen. You create the conditions for it. Auditing your circle, pausing before you speak, celebrating others' wins, and sharing your own imperfections replaces superficial small talk with a clear path to connection. Choose one habit to start today. Send that 3-sentence note right now, or commit to the 2-second pause in your next meeting. When you choose authenticity over a polished image, you become a center of gravity. The right people gravitate toward you because you have finally given them something real to hold on to. Deep trust isn't a stroke of luck or a matter of timing. It is a structure built through consistent, deliberate actions. It belongs to those who decide to build it.